The mission of Best Buddies offers the opportunity to have one-on-one friendships between students with intellectual and developmental disabilities and students without. Joining me to talk about this is Deloge, Area Director of Central and Western Mass Best Buddies, and Advisory Board Member Ani Petithory. Thank you, ladies, so much for your time today. I'm excited. We've got a little star in our hands. We're going to get to that, though. All right. She's taking the star power, which is awesome. Isa, we're going to start with you. Talk about the importance of Best Buddies. 1 in 10 families deal with somebody who has intellectual or developmental disabilities, but they may not realize organizations like Best Buddies are there for them.
Yeah, we're a pretty good best kept secret. I had not known about Best Buddies either. I grew up in New Jersey and we didn't have Best Buddies. So basically what Best Buddies does is we go into public schools, middle schools, high schools, colleges. Those aren't public schools, but we go into some of the private colleges as well. And we set up a friendship program. And you know, with that, we create like a matching network between students with intellectual disabilities and without intellectual disabilities.
So Ani, talk about the experience when you were in school and you were matched up with Best Buddies. What was that like for you?
Well, it was very awesome because it made me feel like I could be a normal person and I wouldn't be judged for who I am. And sometimes the people would judge me at school and sometimes they wouldn't care about me, but the people that join Best Buddies obviously do want to know people and care about them, so it made me feel happy, you know.
And it's got to be so hard. Just going to school in general for kids nowadays is such a tremendous pressure. You've got bullying going on, isolation, let alone the fact if you're dealing with an intellectual or developmental disability, that just adds to it. So this really does help protect those children.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think of it like, it's like adding a drop of dye into water. It's like once this program gets going, even for the students that aren't involved in Best Buddies, you know, this feeling of inclusion, it really just spreads to everybody involved. Everybody. The schools usually take it all on too. Like the entire school usually gets involved in some way, shape, or form.
Would you say that being a part of Best Buddies kind of changed your either outlook or perspective on life and made you kind of more willing to jump out there and grab dreams and chase them?
I would say 100% yes, because, you know, when I was in school and, you know, people didn't like me. I had a death threat in school. People just treated me so bad. I had every name in the book. I even had people calling me different names I've never heard before, and it was just really bad. And then, you know, I had come across Best Buddies, and so I was very intrigued by it, and I wanted to, you know, join it to see how it would go. And the more and more I did, the more intrigued I became about it. So I was just like full force wanting to do this every single year. So I haven't stopped since.
Yeah, you've been involved with Best Buddies for a while. Isa, she's now an advisory board member, so pretty accomplished person I have. Yes. What made you kind of look at Ani and say, wow, that's somebody we definitely want on our board?
It's hard to not look at Ani and not think that. So I met Ani right away when I started working with Best Buddies. One of the first schools I went to go visit is Berkshire Hills Music Academy in South Hadley. And walking in there, I mean, everybody, all the students that attend there are superstars. But Ani and I don't know, we just always kind of hit it off, and I just value her opinion, I value her voice. She's an amazing public speaker, she's a great advocate. So I knew that I needed her to be on our board of directors, because like she's a powerful woman.
She just rocks. So tell me, what do you do for Best Buddies? What is your message to people?
My message to people is basically to treat people with respect, no matter if they have a disability or not. I advocate for people who have disabilities, and I make sure that other people without disabilities know that they're a person. They have a heart like you know, everybody does. And I try and make sure that they have the same equality as, you know, as people without disabilities do, you know. I make sure that they're well known about this program by going and doing things for the program and by telling people about what it is. That's what I do.
So more than just being an advisory board member, though, you're also a drummer.
Yes, I am.
Tell me about that.
Well, since ever I was little, I always loved drumming. My first little favorite band had this drummer who I really liked, and then I kept on going with that and liking drummers, so I was like, if I like it so much, I should become one. So for now, 2 years, I've been doing it. So I've really put myself out there and shown people what I can do. And, you know, I hope my performance I'm doing on Saturday helps me do that too.
So she's an accomplished little artist, I'm telling you, blowing us all out of the water, right? So Isa, talk about when people are a part of Best Buddies, it must change them though, as opposed to them looking and say, well, I'm going to help somebody else with an intellectual or developmental disability. It's got to change them as a person of the enthusiasm and the love for life that they bring.
Absolutely. I mean, when I first started working for Best Buddies, my opinion was pretty much along the lines of, oh, what an awesome organization for students with disabilities. And the more that I'm with Best Buddies, the more that it is very apparent to me that this program really is for the students without disabilities. You know, they gain a lot of leadership skills as well, because we have the students run the programs themselves at the schools. But also they gain the gift of really valuing people for people's sake. You know, seeing the real soul of a human. And you know, like Ani, every time I see her and every time we hang out, she just makes my heart sing. So, you know, we're giving people the opportunity to have, you know, heart-singing friendships.
What's the best part about Best Buddies? The best part, I know it's got to be hard to think of just one thing that's the best thing about it. But
I would say the best part is meeting new people and getting to know them, and you know, putting yourself out there and try new things with the people that you meet and get to know new people and have a friendship with new people, you know, and just basically have something that you can be your own self at.
You know, it reminds me of, we didn't even talk about, you have Williams syndrome, which having this conversation though, that doesn't even cross my mind that, oh, you have a disability. You know, I'm just talking to a person just like myself. You're a person, I'm a person, and we're all a person. And do you get sometimes people that they focus so much on the disability that they forget, oh, it's a person just like I am too?
I think because sometimes people, you know, people do have a disability, but they do have, you know, different types of disabilities and or different, you know, volumes of it. I think sometimes it's easier to see than others, and I think sometimes when people can really see it, they want to concentrate on that and not concentrate on their person and make that person feel uncomfortable. But I think for me, I don't want to hide who I am. I feel very comfortable in telling people I have Williams syndrome. I feel very comfortable in telling people I'm a person no matter who I am, you know? I'm very comfortable with that, and I think that Best Buddies makes people feel comfortable, you know, because I feel comfortable.
And you're spreading your message to everyone who listens and drumming along the way too, which I love. I love. Thank you, ladies, so much for your time, Ani and Isa.
So
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.